Hi there. I'm just wanting to do a little talk update, and I think I want to talk about healing, and really about this spiritual path and that some are on, and myself included. And the most important thing is the healing process. The most important thing is that you're depleting your ego. You know, there's actually two egos we have. We have a conscious ego that you're aware of, but there's another ego now that's a lot deeper. Now, this deeper ego is that part of you that hears someone talking, and you feel that tingle in you feel that annoyance that you want to respond. Pay attention to that. And, you know, the more you pay attention to this and expose it, then the more you're healing that part. But that's what it is. And the more you're paying attention to this, the more you're defeating it, you're depleting it, you're getting rid of it. And you're just returning to what you are, which is this love awareness. And within that is an infinity of potential. That's all you are, basically. Just everything's just an infinite potential within an absolute infinite awareness. But it's like when I talk about this love power. You see, this love power that I talk about, which you are, this love awareness, it doesn't exist. But it's in this. It's like I say in my posts a lot. This love that I'm dealing with is so deep that it doesn't exist at all. But it's the power is within this non-existence, you see. And it's like what I say, you know, the reflector of nothing is two, or a dual, or this. You know, and life manifestation is just oneness and love, you see. But as soon as you have the one from the reflector of nothing, you then have separation, you then have reality. But like I say, it's the power of this love that makes everything such, it makes everything apparent. Love is the governor behind everything. You know, getting back to the healing part, that's what it's all about. You're living from your heart. But this is why I'm accessing all this information, because the deeper you go within yourself, the deeper reality you're understanding. And like I say, on this healing path, it's all about depleting the ego, getting rid of that, and returning to this love awareness that I'm talking about. And like I say, the deeper you go with this love awareness, the deeper you understand that this love awareness is so powerful and so great that it doesn't exist. It's so powerful and so much light and love that it isn't, and that makes it a this. See, the power is the deep. It's that great that the power is within non-existence. You see, that's the power. The deeper you go into that, the more powerful the existence and the apparent form is. That's what I get shown all the time. But there was a time when I was getting shown this stuff in this awakening where I couldn't word it. But what happens is, after a couple of weeks, the worst just comes. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I've just got all these words from what I was getting shown, because I get shown this stuff through feelings, and I get annoyed with myself because sometimes I can't word it, but I understand what I'm seeing. But then the words come later. But yeah, and that's you know, the most important part of your ascension process is your healing. That's the most important thing, because you know, a lot of people in the spiritual field are talking because they're in their egos, and they think that this new ego is better or something. That's a subconscious thought they've got. You know, they're saying things because they want to sound good, but you've got to ask yourself the question: why am I saying this for ego, Or am I saying this because I really want to help? And the more you ask yourself these questions, the deeper you're going within your heart space. The deeper you're healing, and the deeper you're healing, the more you're ascending. That's what it's all about, you see. And then the deeper you're returning to this love awareness of which you are. That I talk about that doesn't exist. But the power is within the non-existence. And it's like a love, but this love is nothing. It's a non-existent love that I'm experiencing more and more. And that's what makes the apparent dual or this or whatever. But the deeper you're going, you're into nothingness, the more physical the reality. So then you realize that the universe is actually nothingness. It's just an infinite dreaming that we're doing. But it's like I say, you can't awaken from the dream, you can only awaken in the dream. Because you are the dream. But it's just an infinite potential of dreaming, you see. But the power is within the nothing. And the nothing is an electrifying love. An absolute love. And that's what makes existence. Is this love. That's why I keep going on about this love all the time, because that's what I'm getting shown all the time. I feel it, and it's this love that's so deep that it didn't even begin. That's how deep it is, and it's so deep that it didn't begin, but it manifested this because it didn't begin or didn't exist. That's how deep it is. It didn't even begin. And, it's like I always say, I'll just end on this note, I like to say this a lot, life manifestation is just oneness in love. And that's what makes this two, or the dual. But like I say, the most important part is your healing. And that's why I am accessing this information that I'm talking about. All the information, it's because I'm always, my soul is my mentor. And that's the thing it knows, it's all within you, you see. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.